moderator for the first session of the Getting to Know the Finalists Better. We have a group of very young and accomplished entrepreneurs with us today. We also have the only female finalist for this event. Of course, looking around the audience today, it makes me feel very old. I would like to thank every young audience present today for sacrificing your precious weekend to support this event. How I plan to conduct today's event, this 35-minute session, is first giving each of the finalists 3 minutes or so to talk about a little bit about themselves, and then start asking them some of the hard questions. Yeah? What inspires them, their sacrifices, and more importantly, advice, and some of the takeaway message for every one of us today. My conversation with Mr. Calvin Q will be conducted in Bahasa Malaysia. I want to depart a little bit about my script, about today's script. I know that the plan is for the audience to have some questions, but I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to give you my second handphone number, and would like everyone to SMS me your questions that you want me to ask the 5 distinguished finalists. I hope that the questions can be focused on today's topic. Don't ask questions like, Mr. Calvin, can you fit my house curtain for free?
Today, especially at a young age today, passion is something that is very important at my age. To drive the creativity and the innovations in the business I do today. Because at a young age, we need a lot of passion to be through the industry, to be compete with all the old-timers in F&B industry, as well as being competitive in things we do. I always believe that passion is the driving force, and also the inspiration and the visions that you're able to lead in your team to make everybody sharing the same visions as you do today. Passion sounds something very simple, but it's just as simple as we must have the heart in the business we do today, and also the business in our heart. It's because without passion, you are basically facing all the obstacles that you foresee, or you can't even get rid of it. It's because passion have carried you through all the obstacles that makes your journey sound so simple during your career building pathway. This is what I believe.
Excellent answer, ladies and gentlemen. I thought very inspiring. Now, what I said is I'm going to give you my second mobile phone. Take this down. 019. You can start texting me after this. 019-351-2655. I repeat. You can start asking questions, texting me after this. 019-351. Saudara hadapi semasa menjadi usahawan, dan siapakah hero saudara?
Okey, sebelum jawab, terima kasih dulu Datuk. Okey, cabaran saya pada pemudaan perniagaan adalah target kepala bisnes 3 tahun. Memahami hadap pasaran, membina jenama Malaysia adalah tujuan utama bagi saya. Masa sekarang, hidup saya adalah Datuk Nelson Kok. Kreatif beliau berjaya mengembang ke seluruh dunia hanya memuda secawan jagung. Oleh itu, beliau adalah teladan yang penting bagi saya. Terima kasih, Datuk.
Very good answer.
Sekolah menengah saja. Okey, kepada orang yang kurang sekolah belajar, bagi mereka yang berpendidikan rendah, ini bukanlah halangan untuk anda berjaya. Yang penting adalah sikap moral, ketabahan dan keyakinan. Terima kasih.
A little bit about yourself, and can you explain the kind of sacrifices that you have to make to be where you are today?
Hello. Thank you, Doctor. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I'm in my business about 10 years, from 2002 until today. For the start, actually, I really spent a lot of time I was an accountant by profession, but it really gives me a competitive advantage to have like the knowledge of audit, tax, accounting, and so on. So it does really help my business a lot to understand the business, how it works. The sacrifice, I won't say it's a sacrifice. I think I really enjoy my work very much. But in fact, for a start, I really put a lot of time to meet a lot of people, to understand my business, and frankly speaking, to change my business. And then a lot of my staff are here today. I think they know the way I operate business. And then a lot of my friends also say that I'm a very busy woman. They can't find me, and I really have to sacrifice my time to have a leisure time with them. So, and then that time I also put a lot of effort and energy, and then I also sacrificed my health. That time I got a lot of pimples on my face. I really worked very hard. So I really urge that, but when I get along, I really understand the business well, and then slowly I really okay with myself. So I really urge everybody have to balance. Must have a balanced life, although we work very hard. Okay.
Yeah, hard work. There's no sacrifice or there's no shortcut. Yeah, except hard work. Now another question I thought I would like to ask you: why do you think women can be a better entrepreneur, and why more women should become one? Ms. Joy.
Okay. I think nowadays, I think women and guys also, they got the same education opportunity. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter if a guy or lady. I think it's just about passion. I really agree with the passion. So everybody with the passion, and then we really love to do something, and have a dream, we should go all the way about it and achieve our own dream and our own target. So I think definitely, women got a competitive advantage. Like myself, I'm in my business, a taxi business. I think it's not a really it's a relationship business. So when you really deal with people, great, and then you sincerely treat everybody. So I think everything is okay.
Yeah, I hope that by next year we'll see more women finalists on learn to be an entrepreneur or entrepreneur born. What do you think, Dato'?
Thanks, Doctor. Thank you for giving me the opportunity here. Well, I would like to say, first of all, to be an entrepreneur. Everybody here, I'm sure they have a mind of to be an entrepreneur. And to be a entrepreneurships, to be a success entrepreneurships, there is a challenge where you have ups and downs. So, without elaborating that, everybody should have a general understanding about how to go through going forwards with ups and downs to be successful. I will first of all, with these 13 years in business, I would like to share what I went through. First of all, when I started business in year 1996, I will reveal that I'm just a very moderate education. I studied until Form 5, and after that I came out and do my own business where I don't have higher education. So I decided to come out to do my own business in year 1996. And along the way, if you giving out you have good attitude, you good character with sincerity, honesty, I see that I've been blessed and fortunate where people are giving back that sincerity and honesty, where they share their knowledge with me so that I apply into my business. So, based on my experience of all these years, where all this knowledge is given me the long way of success until now. So, as an entrepreneur, this with your personal touch and all that, you'll be able to grow as an entrepreneur.
I've already gotten 38 questions so far. I don't know how I'm going to manage it, but please, it's 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Do you agree with this statement, and why?
Thank you, Doctor. I totally agree what you said. As you know, I started everything from ground zero. The knowledge that I know is to work hard. As there are no free lunch in the world.
Yes.
Most importantly, ground preparation work are the element for the success. There is always a Chinese saying, all skyscraper start from the ground. Hardworking is the only truth for those who wishing the task the sky.
Excellent proverb. Yeah. I think we need to use that to guide us in our everyday life. Now, again, I think the core business of yours is recycling. There's a lot of youngsters out there where one of the main concerns is the issue of environment. You see Linas, for example, there's a lot of people who are against Linas, and they make it well known to the outside, in the blogs and in the internet, that they are against it. They're not because they are against it, but they're sensitive to environment. There are a lot of critics who says that environmental issues, doctor, are a hindrance to making profit. How do you balance making profit and be sensitive to an environment at the same time?
Okay.
Very hard question, I hope. Huh?
Yes. Actually, I always like to do the real business. So, one day, I found the wastage. Many the solid waste in the world. So, I take this opportunity to turn the solid waste into the web. That is, we use the used vehicle to rebuilding and recycling in this industry. There is the creative aspect in my business model, where I do.
My mother wants me to get married, but I want to open a business. What will be your advice? Miss Joy, please answer. Very clear.
Okay, I suppose this is a girl. I suppose the question comes from a girl already. I think I will advise you to go all the way about your dreams and what you want. So I think maybe have a good chat with your mother.
Okay.
I think have a good chat with your mother. So let her understanding you more. I think definitely can sort out. If you really need my help, you can call my handphone, and you can look for me later at my place. I will help you on this.
Do you have any plans to perform an IPO in Malaysia? Number one. Number two, my friend says that money is key before you can go into business. But I don't have money and I want to go into business. What is your advice? Very interesting question.
In fact, was a very challenging question. Let's work through the first questions.
Okay.
About IPO. I personally felt that IPO is a good thing to go, but it's not a necessary thing that we should be considered. Because when the business is running through the family blood, I think IPO is not something that I felt is a very crucial thing. It's because IPO, we need a good story. But if you think that the brand should go well as a family running business, then IPO was not the subject that I should consider about it. But the business model for Chatime Malaysia was in fact quite different from other industry and all these things. And in fact, it was quite differently run compared to other brands in our same industry. Chatime in Malaysia is mostly principal owned, as in mostly family owned. It's because I personally doesn't have a strong belief in franchise model, because it requires a very good, strong characters to practice franchise model that I think personally I'm not the right characters to move on with franchise model. if I can do principal owned or family run with a contented business model, running by all my good friends, short friends, as well as all my good business partners, I think I'm grateful about it. It's because
Yeah, maybe the second question, bro. I don't have money, I want to go into business. That's maybe easier for you, yeah? What would you advise to this person, right? You don't give me the name, yeah.
I think money wouldn't be the biggest subject to go into one business. I think passion is more about just the elements that we're looking at it when we go into one business. In fact, when I first ventured into a business, we didn't have a lot of model. I came from a small town in Perlis, and I felt that money wasn't the biggest subject that I should consider when I first ventured into business. It's basically we should take our passions and make it happen. This is more important when I look at it. Because when you flow things through your passions, things can work out easily for you. And your passions will blind you through all the obstacles, regardless of whether is it financially challenging, and even any challenge, it will flow you through if you have enough sufficient passions. This is more important when I look at it. Thanks.
Thank you very much.